So I decided to start putting the whole together. Queen Mary II. Everything was going fine. I put it all in place. Everything fits. I've actually sanded that down and filled the gaps in. I put it all together and it seemed just fine, as you can see. It's not a bad ball. You can even see through there into the propellers, into the, I don't know what they are, bow thrusters, I suppose. But what I'd done, I'd put it together, I'd added these two bits in here. They all look fine, and I'd originally had these bow thrusters closed in, so you couldn't see inside it. I figured, right, keep it closed. And then I saw somewhere, somebody painted up these six propeller parts. I thought, well, where are they? And I was going through the instructions, which I'd followed. I'd followed all these instructions, haven't built them yet. I was going through, putting the whole thing together, and I hadn't noticed this little thing here. That's the stupid propellers. I hadn't noticed that. So I had to take the whole thing apart, which worked out fine. It came out fine, everything came apart, except where the propellers were, of course, where that brow thruster is. I don't know if I can get a real close-up of it. Oh, there you go. Where that was, I had to take all the bits out. And everything came apart just fine, except for these little tiny bits. Little tiny white bits, the bits that go in. And 3 of them have done fine, but one of them is bust. And taking these out, one of them is bust. So what I can do, and another one is badly chewed up. At the moment I'm trying to see if I can find something to replace them somehow. That's proving difficult. And then you've got these here, like, stick out the side. They actually stick out there. I mean, they go in and they stick out there like that. But I won't have them sticking out, so I'll put them in. But with them bow thruster bits, it means, luckily I always display the models that way. So 3 will go in just fine. I can fit them in and glue them in. The other 3 you won't actually see, so I might just get away with it. Then I thought, right, better make sure that this fits, which it does, fits perfectly. That's weird. And then and then this fits like it's supposed to fit in, which it does to a point. And then I got it in place. It all fitted nicely. All fell into place. Let me just show you. It takes a while for it to fit in. It's unbelievable. I'm going to show you why in a minute. So that fits in. Goes in like that. Eventually it'll all fit in. So there you go. That's fitted in. Now you can see there the difference in each side. You probably can't see that, but you can just about see the gap here. You can see there's a gap. I hadn't noticed this before, but when you look at the back of it, you can see open a little bit, and all the bits down here closed. All this is flash. All of this, all that. Look at this. Look. It's all flash. It goes all the way down the whole side of the deck. It literally goes right down the deck. So when you put that together, it won't fit, obviously. So but you need to leave a little bit of a ridge on it. So at some point I'm going to have to sand all that down, and a bit here as well. I'm not saying it's ruined the kit. I'm not going to say that. But you can clearly see the difference between the two. You can clearly see how, I mean, there's a clear difference. It's pretty bad, that, really. It's really, in my opinion, that's pretty bad. I don't know whether I've just got a bad kit or what, but you can see it better there. I mean, you know, nothing's been cut off of there. That's just the flash. It's not on that side. It's just the flash. I've got to somehow cut that. Well, that bit obviously needs cutting out. That's pretty damn bad for, you know, such a it's not a cheap kit. This it's 120 odd pounds worth of kit here. So this all fits anyway. This is now all fitted. I can get around this. I'm thinking of putting some, maybe finding some little washers or something and putting them in the around there just to hide the untidiness where I've had to cut them back out again. I filled them and cut them back out, but no matter how you do, I might even find a very big drill and see if I can very carefully drill it neat. But we'll see about that. Once it's all painted up, hopefully it will hide a lot of that, and you won't see so much of it. I was going to keep it closed up, but I thought, well, that would defeat the object of being able to see them screws inside there, you know. So that's the way it is. Everything else fits perfectly, you know. The stern, whatever it is, it all fits in. And that all goes in all perfect. You see it marries in perfect. It's all perfect. Well, tiny bit, just a mark there. But this has all been filled in now. I've taken the bits out of here, which were for the ship's base. I've decided I don't want that. I've got this that I had from an old kit from ages back. So I've got this. I've got a couple of decent bits there. I'll cut them right down here. I'll cut them right down. And that once it's on there, once it's on pedestals, I reckon that'll look pretty good. You know, lower down so it's not so high up. Well, it doesn't look too bad high up, but I reckon that'll look a lot better on them pedestals. Way better than the frames. I'm debating whether to. Well, I might paint them silver or something stupid. I'm debating whether to paint that. It's just hardboard, so I might just put a coat of, I don't know. It's I don't know, a light brown maybe, and pick it out in black around the edge, or a tan or something. Might even look okay varnished. Maybe just paint that out black just to give it a bit of an edge. And maybe just varnish that. Might just look just as well. But it should make the display model way better. So my job now is to get 4 bits. Being very careful. I keep knocking this thing. You've got to be very careful of these. And then I toyed with the idea of cutting all these out, but they're too small. They're way too small. You just can't do it. I tried it somewhere, and you see I've lost it now. You see, these ones here, I tried cutting out, but couldn't do it, so that they've been filled back in. But what I will do is drill all these portholes out. That I will do. Once this is now sanded down, it's going to look a lot neater. So this is going to look pretty good once it's all sanded. It should look quite, this is quite a nice model actually. I mean, I'm still building the Titanic over there. So this is, I'm in the middle of building the Titanic. I'm up to doing all the photo etch davits and ship's boats and whatever. So I'll probably did that and miss for a little while. I'll do that at the week, during the weekdays. That's the beauty of being retired. Do that during the weekdays and maybe work on this at weekends. Give it a break from all that photo etch. It's not looking too bad. Let me see if I can swing the camera around, I'll show you. Be a good idea if I could. So there's, where are we? I don't know if you can see that. You can probably just about see it. That's where the Titanic's up to at the moment, with the ship's boats being done. But it's done it's a heck of a jumble this photo etch. And I've still got the temperature mesh hood to do after I've done this. I'm toying with the idea of putting the Pontosh upgrade kit. I just don't know if it really, well, it will improve the model by miles. I don't know whether it's worth it. The upgrade kit is worth more than the model. So that's coming out quite nice, as you can see. Handy little thing, this. It fits nice in your hand. You get various grades of sandpaper for it. And like I say, it just gets rid of the little gaps and bits and pieces, but that's not too bad. Once this is all now undercoated, it'll come out quite well. This should look alright. That's a lot better now already. And this is where I've got to be careful that bit. You see what I mean? I nearly bent that bit. And it gets it down. So that sounds all that down nice and neat. And now the gap that goes all the way along there from the glue is gone. So that's all better. This I put probably a bit too much on. It gets rid of the gap at the one and then it gets rid of the gap going along the back. Although to be fair, you can't see it obviously, once it's done. Once it's all fitted together, you never see this stuff it's underneath. But it does look better. It does, just improves it a little bit. Doesn't fully close in the gap with the included. But for the better part, that's come out a lot better. Next job is to build the 4 flops. I'll do that in a minute. I've already built one. I'll build another one in a minute. See how it goes. And we got this. I have a feeling I put just a bit too much filler on that. That's better. I know you can't see it, but I guarantee it's better. Right, that's a lot better now. Put too much filler there. I've really got to be careful of these bits. I dread snapping one of these. And that's that bit done. So now we've got to get, say, I think I might, on the actual ship, when you look at photographs of the ship, these were all open. These were semicircular windows. The portholes are all glazed, so I might, I reckon I'll be able to drill out the portholes. There's quite a few portholes in it. So they've opened them there, but not there. And I reckon I can drill them out and put some crystal clear in to represent the glass. I mean, it is actually see-through. You can actually see right through this. I don't know if you can tell that there. See, it's so flimsy. You know, I mean, look at that. Because once it's filled in, you may not see it. So, we'll see. I might be able to get that done. I mean, that's fairly decent now. I've got a drill over here if it's the right size. I reckon I might need a bigger drill than that. I reckon this might be the right size. See, it soon goes through. So the portholes ain't going to be a problem to drill out. There's a lot of them, but no problem. So once they're all drilled out, I reckon a bit of crystal clear in them will represent windows. And then it's just a case of getting tightened up inside. Going back through with the drill. It's about the right size, so that brings the portholes out at least. This thing would look a lot better like that. Not sure what they are, they don't look like portholes. I'll leave them because I'm unsure of them. And there seems to be two sizes of porthole as well. The ones below this look a lot bigger. I'll just drill a few out just to give an impression of what it will look like. This should look out, this should come out all right. This is not too bad. It's a nice kit, this, apart from that deck. I like all kits like this. There's obviously going to be things that are not super perfect. That goes into the little bit there. So that's not too bad. That's come out quite well. So that's what it will look like once the portholes. Oh no, that's just a bit of rubbish. So once the portholes are out, that should look all right. And then these portholes look slightly bigger. I don't think they are, but no, they certainly look bigger. I'm going to drill that bigger, but I'll get it in. I don't know, that was a bit bigger. No, I think that's a bit too big. Whoopsie diddlings. So they're a bit, I think they're a bit bigger, but this scale, you can never tell the scale, the way they do these things half the time. Because there's a lot of flash inside these little windows. And see little bits that haven't come out properly. I reckon that might need a little bit more coming off of that. Just let me see if I can find a little round needle file. I might be able to get through that with save drilling it. Get through in a needle file just to, there you go. Does the trick. So that makes that hole just slightly bigger. Porthole that is, or hole. That's slightly bigger. I'll just tidy them ones up. A few bits there that just need tidying up from the back. Tidy up. So that's roughly how they'll look once the portholes are drilled out. That should look a lot better. Let me see about this deck, because this is just stupid. This is pathetic. There is no way they should have had. They really should have. They should have seen this. They should have noticed this. I mean, look at it. You know, I mean, that's not a small bit that's got in there. It's quite a bit of the deck, look. So that looks about the same now. But now you've got this here. That's not going to be so easy to just... I don't like doing this like this because of the fact that you don't know if it's... how much you've got to take off. But certainly you have to take that lot off. And that lot. And that lot. That certainly all has to come off. No getting away from that. And the flash on this side as well. This flash will have to come off as well. And there's a little bit on there, but not much. She's got little tags on it there. No, I don't think that's a tag that goes into the ship. I don't think that actually goes on the model. That needs better paper. Now, this is the little bits of paper. These are just Velcro fitted. Brilliant, these. Velcro fitted. You've got various types. You've got all different grades. Look, I've never used this grade before, so let's see what this one's like. Hopefully that'll fit in. And now you really need to work from the back so you can see what you're doing. That seems to be doing it. That seems to be getting there, look. So that's getting that done. And that's doing that all right. Doesn't seem to be doing any damage. It doesn't seem to be taking it too far down. Doesn't go right to the end, luckily. A little bit in there. A little bit around there. Once again, you've got a little ridge there. You can see the little ridge there. That's fitting inside the bower, inside the strip itself. Now that doesn't look too bad now. A little bit there, a little bit there. That looks a lot better. Let me see if I can do that there. Now you can see now both sides are the same. Seems to be a little bit there. It's just me, that seems to be. That seems to go up like that. You can't see it, can you? It seems to go up like that. I don't know what that is. That's weird. Right, so there's a little bit here which you have to keep. You have to make sure you take that off. That seems to have got that. Let me have a look. Let me see. Let's have a deco. Where did I put the thing? Well, I did have a piece. Excellent. You put stuff down and that's it, isn't it? Away it goes. Fits fine. Now, oh, that's looking a lot better. Now then. Needs a bit of, oh right, no, that's it. You've got to slide it into there, haven't you? Across the deck. Be careful. Or be very careful, matey. Right, now. So the slots in the deck, I was almost going to take these off, but the slots in the decks fit across the stabilisers there. So once that fits in there, that actually fits in there. Now then, alright, there you go. Right, now, I'm going to tighten that course, because this has to click into that. Alright, now, okay, there you go. Let's fix that. 10 minutes and it's done. A little bit more, but once that's glued together, I'm not going to notice. That's way better. Now I'm happy with it, but I still think they should not have allowed that to happen. I don't care what anybody says, at £124 for a kit of this size, I expect it to be literally perfect. So if that goes down, that'll go in, it'll just, there's a bit there needs doing. And that now fits, so that's quite good. That fits. And what other thing that's going to happen, by the way, I think I should know, probably tell you, I am not, in any way, shape or form, not in any way, going to airbrushes. I hate, I can't stand airbrushing with people. See? There you go. Hello. Hiya. I can't stand airbrushing. I just don't like it. I think it looks too pretty, to be fair. I know a lot of people love, they do airbrushing. I think if you do it a car, you know, which will be really nice and glossy, really nice and smooth. Maybe, you know, things like aircraft. Maybe then a bit of airbrushing, fine. But me personally, I just love brush painting everything. And sometimes it's nice to see the actual brush stroke. Not a lot, but just nice to see the brush strokes, so you can actually say, that's been brushed properly. Right, now forget that. Right, now, so what we've got to do now is work out these. I built one they come in. I've done these bits. These are the bits that have the. You can't see me now because I'm with the camera, isn't it? Right, let me put the camera back down here. I really must invest in a better camera and a PC. I don't have a PC anymore. So these bits here, they go inside. These bits here, I've already painted these up. They go just inside the hole with these bits sticking out the side of the hole like giant holes. I don't want them sticking out. Damn stupid. So this now, I've already got one of these, and they are the first one. I think I've that one I built. K at the moment. So K 25, 26, that's 25, 26. So K is there. So this is the first one I built. And they go on, I've got to make sure you get these on the right way, of course. So number one goes this side. So number one will go there. Not going to do them on yet. Get them lined up first. You can't see it, that's weird. You're looking at this bit. You can't see that bit, okay. Let's move stuff away before I knock it off the table. So that's there. So that's the first one. I haven't painted any colour, there's just little propellers for them somewhere. No photo etch for this kit except for when you come to the bits for the, there is this photo etch here, which I've already pointed out in my review, and it's literally all handrails. So it's a nice bit of photo etch, but all of it is on the deck. There's no photo etch for the hull anyway. No photo etch propellers or anything. Now I've forgotten what I was going to do. I was going to get these over here. So the first job, and I'll need some glue as well, wouldn't it? Be a good idea to have it prepared, wouldn't it? Now then, let me have a deco. So I need this, and this, and this. Now you see it, this is, oh look at this. Now then, so that's these little bits. Look at that flash around that. That's unbelievable amounts of flash. It's, I can't actually, look at this. I can't recall seeing this much flash on a model before. Not from Revell, they're usually pretty good. Maybe, like I said before, maybe I've just got a bad one. Not to say really. Now you've got to be careful now, because obviously you don't want to take certain bits of this off. So this will go together. And I believe there are little, there's a pointy bit there. Look at that flash, man. Unbelievable, isn't it? Oh, it's not spoiled here, but it really shouldn't have that much flash in it. I mean, that's pretty bad. You know, I mean, I've got the trumpeter kit at the hood, like I said, and going through that, I literally couldn't find any flash on any of the parts. But this is unreal. You really, really shouldn't have that much on for such a class model, such a high class model. I mean, this is a level 5 model, so it should be better. Now, this won't go together like this yet. There's another part got to be made up for that. And that will roughly go together like that. There you go, you see. Okay, so that's got two bits So, okay, right, so this has got two bits which go in holes, one bit that goes in a hole, and instead of having a hole there, they've got two bits. So that only just fits together, look. I mean, this is, I don't expect this level of having to mess about with a kit like this. Look at that, eh? It's this back bit there. Look at that. Isn't that bad, eh? Oh dear. See, there's a bit there. Sometimes when you're putting these things together, where you've got these little stubs that have to go into bits, it can actually prove better to take them stubs out and just put it together as a flat piece and hope that it will line up. Because these, that's got a stub on that bit, but the hole on that bit is only just there. So this has this little bit, and it really irks me when they do that. That's marginally better, not a lot, marginally. Let's just tidy it up a bit. Okay, so that's a bit better. See, a little bit there. It's always best to put these things together first and then give them a bit of tidy up. That was extremely lucky, by the way. You could have just been watching me do this, if you'd have been doing it live, and been calling an ambulance for me. And do you know why that is? Because what did I have just there? I have my scalpel. Where did the scalpel just fall? Straight down there and just whacked my leg. That would have been good, wouldn't it? Now I need another part for this now. I need part G18. Oh dear, where's G? That could be everywhere, couldn't it? All these handrails. Plus photo etch handrails, of course. So now I've got to find a G. Where the hell is G? Now then, these are the other bits to that, although to be fair, once that's done, and them two are done, that's the four. So there's obviously two spare. Do something with that. Alright, okay, there you go, G. So now you need this. These bits on this frame, by the way, all these, are what are holding the ship's boats in place. Probably some sort of davit, I suppose. Once again, you're going to cut these little bits down and get them right. Now, one part of the reason I can't do these so fast anymore is because of my poor old shaky hands now. That's why I can't build a sailing ship anymore. I can't. I can't keep it. They're not unsteady. They're not steady either. They're just age. I notice over the time. My eyesight's going, my hearing's going, everything's going. I'm falling apart. Had to go for a CT scan yesterday and diabetes is off the wall. So basically, I'm bit by bit, I'm losing it. So this has to go through there. And has to go with that bit sticking out of that bit. So that fits in there. This now should fit on top. And hopefully where I sanded down them bits, that should fit together. Maybe not. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Right, there you go. Being careful not to break that, of course. Because that is where the propeller is going to go. Well, it's not a brilliant fit, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's a decent fit, but I wouldn't say that was brilliant. But let's just have a look. Let's put that in there. You see, that really is pretty sort of. Now you see, now that's only just going in there. It's not fitting in that little. That's just fitting a little groove there. Right, it's only just fitting in that groove. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Now then, I need a smaller one of these as well. I've only got one with a very big brush. Idiot. That fitted until you moved it. Don't need a lot of glue on them, obviously. Just enough to keep it in there. Maybe a little bit around the edge, just for safety. And then that should now fit on there. We really are fiddly. That's now gone together. So that's not too bad. So there's a little bit there. A little bit there. Let's bring that round. A bit down that edge there. A bit down there. A little bit in there. I'll stuck my fingers to it. And there you go. So this is number 2, which is going to go just, where the hell is number 2 going? Just there. So there's number 2. That one's not fitting in as well as number 1. Well, that's it. There you go. That one's not staying in as well. But that's, you see, look at that. It's not very round, is it? Oh, that actually needs to glue in there. I'll have to decide. You're supposed to put these on before you paint it, but I'd rather paint it first, because I know that moving them around, these will come apart. But certainly that's not as good a fit as number 1. Yeah. I mean, it goes in, but it's not staying in as tight as number 1 was. So that's about right. Now the hole, you see, once you've done that, you do that. You're actually then painting the hole up, and then you're putting hundreds of decals in there, but a lot of the decal sheets are going into here then. And I'm not sure if that's a decal sheet going on there, 85. You see, there's a lot there. But the hole will be painted up first, then I'll put them in place, and I'll put these in place, because that will be painted. And that's the beauty of it. Once this one is painted red, at least it's got the line going around where you have to paint. But once that's painted red, it should hide a multitude of things there, and it should look pretty good. It'll look quite good, I reckon. And that's 2 done, and that's almost ready. Do you see? Now then. Oh, you bug me when you don't fit. Oh, that clicked in place. Right, now where are we up to? I did have bits. Lots of ship's boats as well. You need to do these in the right order for 22 and 23. 22, and they're both the same, 22 and 23. Now they look different. Why do they look different? They look like they're a different type of... Oh, that's weird. H23 H22 and H21. And that's H. That's 21. And that's 22. And that's 22. And that's 21. Now this is downright weird. So if I put H21 out, which is this bit here, these are completely different to those ones. That's 21 and that's 22. So how can that be H21 and that be H21? And they're only in two parts. Unless maybe I can't see that properly. That might be 100. Oh, that's 120. I've got a feeling that says 120. Somewhere through here. Was it part of this somewhere? It might be part of that. You can't really. That's 32. That's K and that's K. That is certainly H. I think that's H. Oh, there you go. Oh, right, okay, there you go. H122. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Good job I didn't cut them out, wasn't it? So that goes there. That comes up of there. We then get this. Now this needs a bit of tidying up now. There's a lot. This one's a lot better. No flash on that one. Mine a bit there. Bit on that one, but not a lot. And that's not too bad. A little bit there. Now that one is a lot better. So that one now, oh, a bit there. I hate these bits of tack that stay on. That bit comes off. Now that bit will go across there. Oh, there you go. That's got now. Look how easy that bit went together compared to that last one. You know, you even have to drop it to open it back up again. And then I need another G18. So what's G18? G18. Not on there, that's for sure. That's G, but there's no 18, I've used them. There must be another one of them somewhere. Got to be another one of them, or pretty much knackered. G, alright, 18. And 18. So that's one. There should be another one somewhere. There's one missing. Okay. I might got that somewhere that I've not used. Well, that is that knackered, isn't it? Okay. Right, that's that one. 18. There's one missing. There is one missing, unless it's come off somewhere. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. No idea what's going to happen here now. Oh, is that it? Oh, I'll be worried for a minute. Oh, and the other thing I won't be doing, by the way. Oh, I hate. I tried one. Where have I put them? In here, you get, with this, you get wooden decks. And I tried to put one of the wooden decks. Oh, they are horrible. horrible, horrible, horrible. I didn't realise how horrible a wooden deck was. So it won't be having wooden decks, it'll get painted. It just didn't work. So I need this here. So that one's not too bad. That one's got a little bit of chunk on it. Right, now, so we've got that there. So this goes, like t'other one, goes in there, and in there. And this now goes there. No more glue on that. Just a bit around there. Doesn't need a lot. Oh, there you go, that clicked into place. So that has gone together. The difference between the two, one has a lot of flash on and doesn't go together so well. The other one goes together pretty well. And there's that little bit there. That gets tidied up as you go. I'll stuck my fingers to it. Once that's cleaned down, I usually use a little bit there. Usually to clean all this up, I usually use pure acetone. Works really well. And that is number 3. Well, I just got glue in my mouth, which goes this side. So number 3. Alright, okay. Fits in a round hole. Square peg in a round hole. So there's number 3. Where's number 4? Now you put everything over there, now you can't find number 4 now. Idiot. Right, now I don't need them. Propellers are there. Might be worth it. But I'll leave the propellers to the very end. I've fallen into that one before. So I need these two here. You see, another one now up. I'm getting flash on this one. Once again, they just let themselves down with these little bits. Really now, well, I don't know about technology for making these bits, but you shouldn't really have too much flash on these things. Or at least not, I mean, I said, you can have a bit of it, obviously. I'm not saying you can get away flash free, but better not to have. Right, see, a little bit there, look. A little bit there. And that would have bugged me. So that goes together. These ones at least go together better than the first one did, as I've said before. The second one I made, the first one that I actually made. Now, which way am I going? Got to make sure the pointy bit sticks out, don't I? So let's put it in this one first, it'll be better. Be a good idea to put it in the right way, mister. Right, so that fits in there. That just about fits in the little gap. Need a bit of glue. A little bit around the edge there. Not a lot. Be a good idea not to stick your finger on it once you've glued it, of course. Good tip for you there. And that clips in together just nice. That's not too bad. That's not going to go, not put it in there. That's not going to go to bed. That's not going to together too bad. Once again, just a bit of scrunching up. And that's that all glued together. So there now, not looking too bad, and that obviously will go in the last one. So there's the 4 propellers together. The 4 rudders. No, not rudders, only propeller, whatever. So that's them 4 together. So now, oh right, so you've decided to fall off now. First it's this one, now it's this one. Right, so the next job now I reckon is to paint that. So I reckon it's a paint job now, which you probably don't want to watch me just painting a bit of model. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it. This is, I've got this here. I've got a brush here. And I've got this here. So I have, to start with, I believe your primer. Now this is obviously not primer, because like I said it was. So there's a bit of that in there. Super duper. They come in quite tight, so they're good. Them I'll paint up later. And so like I say, when I'm doing these things, I'm not really bothered about that, but you can't see it. Once I'm doing it, I just can't stand brush painting. I love brush painting. I can't stand airbrushing. And this is really, really bad. This is the plastic is so shiny. It's unbelievable. An unbelievable shiny primer. And of course you can't really sand it down, because if you sand it down, you're going to make a right mess of it. Right, that's better. Right, now making sure we don't actually cut all these in. It only has to be enough to take that shine off. It's not really needed to. Now I've done this before as well, but I've knocked the bit on the floor. And then a bit round. Oh, I need a bit taken off of that. But as this goes, you see, that soon goes in. That soon goes through there. I'll cut all the portholes out once I've done this. Once I've got it primed, I can cut the portholes out. And then it can be done, because the prime will then work perfectly. It doesn't need to be thick. It's not going on like super thick. As you can see, I'm not leaving many brush strokes in that. That is coming out pretty neat. The only time I've got close to airbrushing was years and years and years ago, when I did a big model. Actually, it's the model I've got up here. I think it's that Enterprise model. And when I did the Enterprise, the hole was so big that I thought, oh, but to brush paint, got a bit of red there, that's going to have to be sorted. To airbrush paint, I just live in a flat, so it's not that simple for me to get an airbrush, because you can't just airbrush, obviously. You've got to worry about the, you've got to worry about the fumes that you build up while you're airbrushing. So in a flat, I would need to put a, when I see airbrushing going on, people have a sort of, well, you know, something that goes out the back of the window, isn't it? It's usually a thing that goes out through the window. Right, this is showing up a few areas now where it needs to be just tidied up, but once this is dry, it'll get sanded down, and then I'll do whatever bits need to be done on it. So that's that side done. Now I've got to remember not to turn it on its side. And once again, you see, it doesn't take long, it's a 10-second job and you've got this undercoated. All that shine will be gone. And then hopefully I will be able to then sand it down, work out all the bits that need just a bit of tidying up, because this is picking out little imperfections. So those little imperfections can be tidied up. And when I'm painting the actual hull properly, I don't usually do it this quick. I usually use a small brush I was using. I take my time on the actual painting of it. I don't rush it so fast. Well, I'm not really rushing, it's just easier to do it with this big brush. And that's just about done. And then all I've got to do then, as I say, is pick out all them portholes at the very least. Upside down. Any mess of it. Right now. So once again, this will show up anything. These paints, by the way, by Collegio, they are actually airbrush paints, but they're excellent paints. I love Collegio paints. They go on so well. White is a bit funny, because it's so translucent. You have to put quite a few coats of white on anything, but it does work. I can't not recommend. I recommend Religio paints highly recommend them. They're really good paints, and they're acrylics as well. Once again, I don't mind painting in the one that I forgot the name of. The one that smells. I don't mind painting in those colours. In those paints like umbrella. Well, the ones that Revell supply. Enamel paints. But I don't like enamel paints. Can't stand them. The only time I buy enamel paints is if I can't buy the one from Religio. And that is just about it. That's it. So that's all done. That's now ready to be sanded down very lightly. And as you can see, a lot of that glow is gone from it now. And we've got these bits here, but these will all be undercoated with a smaller brush. And that's it. And what the other thing I won't be doing, by the way, this is another thing that really gets in my goal. Really does, and wind me up with paint schemes. So most of it is fine. Black silky matte, white gloss. And then you come to silly little things like S, whatever that is. So, well, it looks like varnish actually, because it's clear gloss, no colour, and 5% anaphoratic glaze. That's not going to happen. And there you see 80% beige and 20% white. Well, it's just beige, so it'll just be using beige. I'm not going to have 20% and 80%. 75% red, and this is red gloss for the whole. Not going to happen. There's no way I'm mixing paints up. It ain't happen. Not in a month or something is it going to happen. So what I will be using is carmine. And that's just as good. That will come out just as well. There you go. That's a nice red. So that will be the whole. No 20% of this, and then the grey silky matte, and 10% black silky matte. Well, what's the point? Why don't they just say dark grey? Yeah, I mean it's dark grey. Once you add black to grey, it becomes dark grey. So instead of having dark grey, you have to mix it up. So not going to happen. This, well, the same with what I've just done the Ross. No, that's the rust, or whatever they want to call it. But mixing it up, what's the point? 20% of this and 20% of that. Bull, ain't happening. Not on my watch. So that's it. Ooh. That's my first bit of the. Sorry, get that done. That's the first bit of the whole painted up, undercoated. and the 4 procks made, ready for the propellers. Like I say, you can see that now as that's now come out really nice. That video paint has dried already. Once that's now sanded down a few little bits, and I'll pick out I'll do all the portholes. These, you see, to cut them all out there for you to do. A few bits and pieces on that. But why couldn't they cut them ones out as well as them ones? I know you can see through it, but that's not the point. If you put a light in there, you'll see that's already tidied that up a bit. And if you put a light in there, then fine, it will shine out through there. But they could have had them open. I tried, I did really try, but I can't find anything that can get into anything that small. I'll have to have a look and see if there's any super duper small needle files. Because the ones I cut out on the other side, I only did 3 as a test. Just didn't work out in the end. There's nothing, I couldn't get anything in there to keep them square enough and keep there's a little bit goes down it. So that's that for now. I might come back tomorrow. We'll see about coming back tomorrow. I might just tidy that hole up first and do a bit of tidying up here and there. Then I might come back and do the red. And then once I've got the hole painted, I'll paint all the holes first before doing anything else. You'll get bored just watching me sat around painting a hole. So because it's tidying up. And you can see where it goes along there with the red. There's not actually a lot of red, but that is, if I'm not mistaken, these lines here. Right, so that line going all the way around there, that can be taped off. And that's the red, because the red doesn't actually, so the red is coming down the hole here. You'll see that coming down the hole, but you won't see it there. Let's show you that a bit different. I can actually turn that over if I'm careful and don't break it. So let me just see. Stop messing about. Right, so let me just get this way. See if we can see it. I can actually feel from that that's literally dried. So it's going to look like that. And so once the hull is painted, well, you can see the bit there. So that's one part of the hull and another bit there. And then above that is the white, which also, alright, so those ones are painted black. So there's also a line going around there. Now that is one really, really good thing for Revell, but that is one big plus side. It's a massive plus side to Revell in this kit. The fact that those lines are marked off for you to mask means that you're going to get your thing. I don't know what that's supposed to be. You're going to get your bits. It would have been nice if they'd have replaced some of these doors or whatever they are with photo etch. That would have been nice. I know that gets painted up in grey. And I know that once these are done, you've got the little windows inside. There's the bits that go inside there. That's these bits here. Now this bit will eventually go on the back of there. And these are painted up white inside, but the sills on the bottom, these are cabins obviously, these are cabin windows, or what would be the cabin doors looking out onto a balcony. These are balconies. So they're all painted up with, well, it depends on what you want to paint them up with really. They have you doing, I think these are the ones they have you doing in that silly beige mix. So I've got a nice beige over there. I might even paint them up a bit of a different colour to make them stand out more. But each one of them is painted up, if I do it, beige on the bottom, white everywhere else. And then there's the inside of them, once they're done, inside of those bits, on the glass bits, I think these, I can't remember now if these go in there or not. I don't think they go inside them obviously, but there's certainly glass bits here which are going to be doing that, and there's quite a few of these. It's quite a lot of glass. So there you go. So there's all this square glass, you see, which probably is going to go in there. It's going to be weird. We'll come to that when we come to it. And this is the other thing that bugs me with it. Look at this. You can't see it because I've changed the camera. Nitwit, I'm explaining things to you, you can't see. So this is all cloudy. Not something I've done. That's how it came in like that in the kit. So that's another bit on Revell's part. And as I was showing you, that's the bits, they're the bits that have to be painted up, with the sills painted up in different colours. Well, the balcony floors, and then there's all the glass bits which go around. I have to work that out, because if there isn't glass that fits in them, which there may not be, I'm not sure there's enough glass there to fit in all of this. And the same with this, which will have windows in. I will either put acetate behind that, and there's a ridge so you can get it in very well. Hopefully inside there. Oopsie biddlings. Oh no, maybe they go inside there. The glass bits go inside there. Idiot! Well, good job that's dry, isn't it? Good job it's bloody put together well. And put it together well, that would have been a good thing, wouldn't it? Right, that's it for now. I may or may not be back tomorrow, unlikely. It'll probably be next weekend now. And I'll probably do this a bit more at the weekend. And like I say, I'm going to concentrate on the Titanic. Let me show you what's going on with my Titanic very quickly. Right, now, can you see this? Right, so there she is. And at the moment, I'm doing all these, if you can see that, I'm putting together all these little bits that make up the davits at the moment. So all these little bits, where are we? I can't get it into shot, can I? Oh dear. So all these little davits, all this photo etch is making up the davits. And there's quite a few of it. It's not boring exactly. And there's the tops for the boats. So that's the Titanic as she looks at the moment. Let me see if I can get a better view. So that's how she looks. And that, you can now see all this photo etch, bottom of the boat. And I will see you all again, if not next week, the week after.